name's Cybulka. I'm a sculpture installation artist based in Adelaide. I work predominantly in sculpture, but also public art and some gallery-based work. My work really is about how we experience space and how abstract forms and their placement and composition within space can elicit emotional response. Also how art, architecture and composition can operate metaphorically for our internal states. My practice is really driven by making. More work normally comes from work, and then it's sort of a case of reflecting on that. When I finished school, I did an apprenticeship as a carpenter. I never really felt like I fitted in that mould, but I got through it and I learned a lot of things. So I went to art school. I didn't realise how much just spatial awareness came into play in the trade, and that just translated into sculpture really easily. Through that bachelor course, I sort of developed more of an understanding of composition. That's what I really explored until honours, where I became more refined into the Carl Jung shadow psychology and how that could relate to the compositional work I've been doing in the bachelor course. The works in the studio sort of based around works. I had an exhibition in Sydney. That was my gallery-based practice for the acrylic works, more painterly style, really working with the idea of order and chaos within the texture and within the actual form. And then also exploring this idea of framing space and really going back to some of the carpentry roots of it all, particularly when you bring them into a gallery space, they become something different. There's something familiar about it, but it's also something else once it's in that other context. The great thing about the space here was it allowed me to create an area of the studio that I could use to really explore composition of smaller works. I'll come and write, I'll come and photograph, I'll come and think about the work, and then I might go back to the outside studio and build. As an emerging artist, it just gives me a lot more confidence to say, come back to my studio. I've got a studio in the city, right back in the centre of the art scene in Adelaide. That's probably what this opportunity at ACE has really provided me, like really good footing to come in, be a part of an organisation that is working in contemporary art, but also just have a space where I can reflect on my practice and sort of refine and learn more about what I'm doing.